what's gone on these last few days?
Look, it's a great question. I don't want to second guess Mike Pence. He's a good man. I admire him for standing up and signing the legislation. It was the right thing to do. But I'll tell you, it goes back to what I mentioned before about all of us. Let me talk about how we all, rather than second guessing what Pence has done, let me talk about how we win. Margaret Thatcher famously said, first you win the argument, then you win the vote. And we need to stand up as courageous conservatives. Religious liberty is not some fringe view. It is the basis of this country. America was founded by people fleeing religious persecution and coming here seeking the freedom to worship God with all of our hearts, minds, and souls. And you see these TV reporters, George Stephanopoulos this weekend, who just played Democratic attack machine. And there was a rich irony because, gosh, George, you were working in the Clinton White House when President Clinton signed basically the exact same legislation. Now, you're saying anyone who signs this legislation is a bigot. Are you saying Bill Clinton was a bigot? No, George, that's a yes or no. You're insisting on yes or no. Tell me, was Bill Clinton a bigot when he signed the legislation that you say anyone who signs is a bigot? And here's what's happened, which is it used to be that there was a bipartisan consensus. We defend the civil liberties of Americans, even those we disagree with. We defend the religious liberty of people to seek out other faiths different than our own, because that's what this nation was built on. Unfortunately, the modern Democratic Party has elevated extreme partisanship, and in particular, this is all part and parcel over the fight over gay marriage. And because of their partisan desire to mandate gay marriage everywhere in this country, they also want to persecute anyone who has a good faith religious belief that marriage is a holy sacrament, the union of one man and one woman, ordained as a covenant by God. And I'll tell you, we've seen two things that are very disturbing. Number one, the Fortune 500 is running shamelessly to endorse the radical gay marriage agenda over religious liberty, to say we will persecute a Christian pastor, a Catholic priest, a Jewish rabbi, any person of faith is subject to persecution if they dare disagree, if their religious faith parts way from their political commitment to gay marriage. The Fortune 500 has cast their lot in with that, but sadly a whole lot of Republican politicians are terrified of this issue. And God bless, this is a great example that I like to talk about, that I think we should have been talking about all week with regard to the Indiana law, is the Little Sisters of the Poor. How many of y'all are familiar with the Little Sisters of the Poor? It's a Catholic charity of nuns who have taken vows of poverty. They have devoted their lives to providing health care to the poor and elderly. And right now today, the Obama administration is litigating against the Little Sisters of the Poor, trying to impose millions of dollars of fines on them in order to force the nuns to pay for abortion-inducing drugs. Now let me give you a very simple rule of thumb. If you're litigating against nuns, you've probably done something wrong. It's a really good, reliable, pull that out of your pocket anytime. Okay, litigating against nuns. No, not go down that path.